Hi there. This video will feature two different things. One is an explanation of the dashboard in Socrative, and the second thing is how to set up a quiz. The dashboard is kind of your launching point for all the different features that Socrative offers. If you want to have the kids take a quiz, you'll go into select a quiz and literally pick which one you want to have the students do. And once you go in there, you have a couple of things to choose from. You can choose to have the quiz student-paced with immediate feedback, which is what I do most of the time. You can have it be student-paced with student navigation, which means the kids can alter the questions as they go, or you can have it be teacher-paced. I don't usually do that because I like to let the kids work at their own pace as they go through the questions. I don't want to push them too hard, not give them enough time, things like that. When you assign a quiz, you also have a few additional settings, and I always leave the student names feature disabled. They don't need to know who's doing what if they're doing a pre-test, because on a pre-test it's usually before instruction, so there's a lot more questions missed. Don't want any embarrassment there. I also on a pre-test would randomize the question order and the answer order. That way it reduces cheating, especially if this is going to be some type of formative assessment. Pre-test you don't have to usually worry as much about, but it makes the kids think you've got different forms, and with that feature you would. And then the last thing is you could disable student feedback, and I always leave that in the no position because I like for the kids to know what the correct answer is. In order to launch the quiz, you would just hit start, and then up in this corner you would see finish pop up, and that would let you know that that particular class is finished taking the quiz. I like to do that. That way I have sets of information for creating groups later, and I'll come back to that in just a minute. Quick question allows you to create a question just instantaneously, have the kids log in, answer it, and you can do that while a lesson is going on. So during a lesson, you can instantly see who got it, who didn't, break them into groups, and reteach if needed for that just percentage of kids that need it. The space race is kind of fun. This one I like to use if I'm reviewing for a test or a quiz, and basically you go in, you select a quiz, you select your number of teams, and I usually let them select their team, and the kids do that as they log in. And sometimes they just use one phone for a group or something like that, or one mini iPad per group. And anyway, then they can pick which of these different avatars they're going to be. I like to use the rocket because it is a space race after all. And again, I don't hide the feedback. If you hit start, you see a feature like this pop up, and the kids get to watch their progress as they go through the space race. They see which ones they're getting right. They are able to see how they compare to the other groups in the class, and eventually you're going to have a winner, so whatever prize you want to offer, you can. Here's the finish button, and it will take me to a delivery of reports, and sometimes you just want to see it delivered as a chart per group. You can see what they got wrong, what they got right. A report would actually give you a question-by-question breakdown, and I'll get to that in another video. Your exit ticket is a quick way to go in and get immediate feedback on a lesson. And the questions that are offered here: how well did you understand today's material? What did you learn in today's class? And whatever teacher question you want to add. It's a quick way just to get feedback right as they're walking out. Most kids like using their phone, and you're probably able to get at least half of the class to give feedback at any given point in time. I also have iPad minis available to the kids that want to get in there and give me some feedback about that particular lesson. Okay, so that's the dashboard. Now I'm going to show you how to manage or how to make a quiz. You go into Manage Quizzes, and you literally go to the feature where you create a quiz. And I'm going to show you in a second from the creation of a quiz how you could share it, and in that case you would import the quiz. But just to get started, you go in, you name your quiz, and we're going to call this one the Ecology Warm-Up. And right here is where you would share to import a quiz with a peer. So maybe within your PLC, one person is in charge of making the quiz and the other and is going to share to the others. You would need that code right here, the Socrative code number right here. If you're importing, you just type in that number and instantly the quiz will populate inside your set of quizzes in your account. But I'm going to add a multiple choice question, and that question: an organism that can make its own food and an organism that can make its own food is, and I'm going to fill in a few answer choices here. The first one would be consumer. Second one, producer, which is the correct answer, so I mark it over here. Oops. The third choice is herbivore. And the fourth choice here would be predator. Now, if I want to, I can add an explanation for the kids to see as they look at the answers. I like to do that a lot with short response questions. The other feature that's really cool, and I've done this a lot with the ecology unit, is you can add an image if you want for the kids to look at, and all you have to do is scan it in, and you can add you just drop the image in and you're set. Now from there, I'm going to save and exit, and that ecology warm-up is going to show up in my quizzes that are being managed by Socrative. All you need to do to assign the quiz is click on it. Oops, I'm sorry. To edit it, you can edit here. If you want to assign it, go back to your dashboard, start a quiz, warm up, and I'm just going to hit start. It'll be available to the kids for quizzing purposes, and when you're ready to finish, you just click finish. That's the focus of reports is going to be in the next video clip. Thank you.